don't know if I've ever felt more disturbed, but still incredibly moved by a movie like this before. Bones and All stars Timothy Chalamet, Taylor Russell, and Mark Rylance. It tells the story of a young woman named Marin learning how to survive on the margins of society. Now that is a very bare bones plot description right there. But this is one of those movies that I think you should know going into it. It is pretty disturbing. This is a movie about cannibals. So if you didn't know that, now you know, but it is a movie that I've been looking forward to over the past couple months as it's been premiering at a couple festivals. And I haven't seen all of Luca Guadagnino's filmography, but I have seen Call Me By Your Name, which is a movie that I did enjoy but I didn't love necessarily. But going into this one, he is reuniting with Timothy Chalamet once again, and Timothy Chalamet is one of the best actors working today by far. So I was looking forward to this movie, but I don't think I was prepared for how big of an impact it would have on me, because this is one of the best movies of the year. But before we get any further into this review, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and comment down below what are your thoughts or expectations for Bones and All. But let's keep talking about the movie. Within the first 10 minutes, I knew exactly what kind of movie this was going to be. This was going to be a serious, down-to-earth take on something that seems very fantastical to me, at least, the idea of a cannibal. Over the years, we've seen actors playing characters who are cannibals, but to my knowledge, I don't think there is a movie that has focused so heavily on the life of a cannibal as this movie. But I could very easily be wrong, and this movie decided to take a very grounded, realistic look at the lives of cannibals and finding themselves and exploring what it means to find love within one another. At the center of this movie, it really is an exploration of finding love in a real coming-of-age story, but one that is deeply unnerving. Within the first 20 minutes, there are a couple key scenes that are really either going to turn you off or they're going to suck you in. I know it sounds really extreme. It's either one thing or another because this movie is so violent and so disturbing and unnerving to the point where, for me at least, it made me feel physically ill. There were multiple scenes throughout the movie where I was cringing and having to look away at just how gross everything that I was seeing on screen was. At times, this is a straight-up horror movie. But like I said, it is also a coming-of-age road trip drama, and I feel like it balances those tones fairly well. Honestly, I think it did the best job that it could balancing those tones. It never felt forced. It never relied on humor, and in fact, I don't think there even was a single joke in this movie, which is a very wise and smart move by Luca Guadagnino, who, by the way, directs this movie masterfully, and the screenplay from David Kajanovic, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is also great. But Guadagnino really focuses in on the more intimate moments in this movie. Shots will linger on, and at times you don't really know why, but then at the end, it all kind of comes together, and you understand why those shots lingered on. And every scene did such a good job of keeping me invested. I never really was bored during this movie. One of the big highlights in this movie are the performances across the board. You have Taylor Russell playing the main character of this movie, and she is the center focal point of this movie. And then you have Timothy Chalamet's Lee, who she meets on the way of kind of exploring herself. I think both of them did a tremendous job, but Timothy Chalamet continues to prove why he's one of the best actors working today. He blew me away here. Not to say that Taylor Russell does a bad job by any means, no, because Chalamet just does such a good job that's why he really shined throughout. But the spotlight is nearly taken away from both of them within Mark Rylance's character, Sully, who is absolutely captivating and a deeply disturbed character and an equally disturbed performance. We're talking Academy Award supporting actor nomination worthy performance here. Each of the individual actors sink into their roles. I didn't see Timothy Chalamet, I didn't see Taylor Russell, I didn't see Mark Rylance. I saw each of their characters. And amongst one of my favorite parts about actors and what they can do on screen, when they can sink into a role, I really will give them massive props for that. And while he doesn't have much screen time, Michael Stahlberg, who was in Call Me By Your Name, is in this movie for maybe under 10 minutes. He's not in it for very long, but for the little time that he has, he chews up the scenery, leaving such an impact that I felt that I really had to give him credit for it. But also just their characters and the journey that they go on throughout this movie. It's rather poetic, which seems kind of crazy when I'm talking about a movie with cannibals. That just shows you how good this movie is, because it really defies what it just means to be a movie about cannibals. This could have been a straight up horror movie, but the added layers and themes within it all really make it stand out. To me, what I loved were the deeper themes of finding your people and finding your place in this world, and finding people who understand you and accept you for who you are. Without giving anything away, as crazy as it might be for someone to accept someone for being a cannibal, the fact that our main characters, who are so similar, can find each other within this big world is pretty crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, as this movie was going on, the further I got into it, the more worried I started to get of how are they gonna tie this all up? How is this gonna end? There's actually one scene where I really thought the movie was gonna end. The screen cuts to black, and I just started saying to myself, please don't end, please don't end. Luckily, there's more. And I'll straight up say it, the third act is one of the best of the year. I was sitting in my seat afterwards, nearly speechless. It knocked my socks off. And I do think this movie is near perfect, except for one very minor issue that I have. Obviously, as the movie goes on, you're going to come across and interact with more and more characters, which obviously makes sense. And again, without giving anything away, most of the characters that they come across are also cannibals. And it just almost diminishes the whole kind of center of the story, finding yourselves and finding other people, as weird or as small as you might feel, other people that relate to you and other people that can connect with you because of having similar interests or traits. But luckily enough, this issue is very small. Once you get later into the movie, that issue started to simmer down. And also, there is one more thing. As Marin goes about discovering herself, there is one specific thing that she is exploring that just kind of gets dropped abruptly. It could have been explored just a little bit more, but again, very small complaint. But overall, I do think that this is one of my favorites and one of the best movies of the year. It somehow manages to be unnerving and disturbing while also poetic and captivating. The performances are all award worthy and they really bring these characters to life. Luca Guadagnino's direction is superb and the cinematography as well is fantastic. But truly the deeper poetic themes within it all are what shine throughout for me, and that is why I did really love it. I'm gonna give Bones and All an A-. This is one that really shouldn't go underlooked, guys, so if you had the opportunity to go check it out, I would highly recommend it. But thank you so much for watching this review, and again, if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, plus that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And as always, look forward to more videos coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.